Hurrah. Okay, welcome to the show, guys. Welcome to the show. And Happy New Year to all of you guys who I haven't managed to get the message through to. I did do a New Year's stream, or not a stream, but like uploaded a video basically just for that. But welcome back. Obviously, I'm very busy. So, of course, this is one of the reasons why you guys haven't seen me stream quite a bit. Time has been very restricted. Even right now, time is quite limited, but I'm going to try and do as much as I can very fast and see where we go from here. So let's straight move into the content straight away, basically. Now that we've got that over, I haven't actually seen the content. Wow. I see Albin here. Awesome, my brother. Nice to see you. Costin here. Awesome. You too, Costin. You too, Costin. Happy New Year to you too. So let me jump into this and see what's going on. All right, and trust me, you won't believe this. I have not seen the charts since the last video. So the last live stream we did was the only time when I saw what was going on. Other than that, I haven't been on the charts at all. Why? Because it doesn't matter. The biggest problem we have on the charts is everybody's looking at this yo-yo market, getting confused and seeing this market go up one day and down one day, and it's messing with your emotion. For me, I don't need my emotions messed up. I just need it to stay calm and understand what's going on. So since we hit the 67K, you do remember I've mentioned how this doesn't look right. And we've fallen. And we've been doing this yo-yo. And we're currently inside a specific channel. I'm going to show you this, right? Let me just show you this. Activate this. So what you see is we're inside this channel. Now, once you're inside a channel and you're doing these little bounces, right, you're going in and out around this area. This is the point where we can say the market is indecisive. We absolutely have no idea where this market wants to go. So when we see something like this, we need to stay observant. We need to be cautious. We need to understand that, okay, anything could happen. This market could go up or could go down. But one thing we can do just by using some logic here is see the probability of how high or how low we can go. So what we can see here is we are very close to this particular zone here. So that means that this has a higher probability for us to come in touch. So looks like a high probability, obviously. Now, this is a lower probability, but obviously this is what we want to see. Question is are we going to see this now, or are we going to see this a little later? Who do I see here? Mr. C here. Yo, thanks for coming, dude. Bro, time is a problem. So other than that, listen, I'm trying my best. I did think about doing a recording something for you guys while I was busy yesterday, but then I thought it's same effort. I might as well hold it back and do a live stream for you guys. That way, at least we can all appreciate another live. Because it's been a while. I kind of miss it as well, but I just don't have the time. That's the problem. Been very busy, and especially with a lot of personal stuff. Anyway, so this is what you can see here, right? So the drawing. Let me just show you. If I switch this off. So this is my own personal drawing where I expect this market to come to, right? And this is based on previous history, nothing more. So you can see these are my specific lines that I drew where we will actually come and probably bounce. Now, I'm hoping to see this 40K play out soon as, because then it will give us the confidence to start moving forward. I know a lot of people might say, but that's wrong. What do you mean confidence, right? You can't say confidence. Yes, we can. The reason is because you see this line here, this area here. We've had resistance here before. We went up, we came back, found support here. We went all the way up there, and now we're hovering here. This is nothing. This area here has absolutely nothing in it. So what we need to do is hold this as support once again to move forward. And if we hold this as support once again, this is a very, very strong zone. This would be a very strong zone, and I could see this market flipping up again and doing all sorts of crazy stuff in 2022. Right? So it's not all doom and gloom, right? So no, some of this is actually good news. What we see here, of course, we're just looking at the probabilities. Once we're here, you can see this specific zone that we've been playing inside. Right, and it's very important that we understand this zone, that within this 50 to 46 we've been hovering. that's become our little consolidation zone. So within this consolidation zone, anything could happen. We could either break out, go to the upside, or we could break down. Now, the probability is higher for us to break down because, as you can see, one other data here is how many times we've been tapping this bottom section compared to how many times we tapped top. So we've had more energy being put in on the bottom. And also this specific indicator that I use, right, which is the heat map indicator, shows me who's in control. And what we've seen so far is the purple signifies who's been in control so far, is from this area here, right? So when we were around the 65k all the way down here, majority has been the bears. Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 candles, right? 8 days out of all of this has been bull control, bull territory. Rest of it, it's just been bears. You can even see this signified here. We've had bears in control the whole time. So we need them to keep control and bring it down here. That's it. There's no point resisting. You know, when the market wants to do something, sometimes it's better to let it do what it needs to do. Of course, if you don't want to lose money, what you've got to do is basically make sure you don't do leverage trading. So myself and a few other people I know, we've been waiting around these levels. We've been waiting around these levels to pick up the dips. We have our orders set up. You can see these white lines signify where the orders are set up, right? So we're now starting to come back into the market, scaling in slowly. So we're understanding, yes, it could come down. If it comes here, it has a higher probability to probably even come down here, But these are the points where we have a specific amount. Say, for example, you had 10% here to buy from your total buying portfolio, you buy 20% here. And then here, for example, the rest of it, right? So we have a larger quantity at a lower price and a smaller quantity at a higher price. So we're scaling in, we're dollar cost averaging into the market, if that makes sense. So that's what we're doing. So yeah, I mean, it's all coming, definitely coming. You know, from this, as you can see, support and resistance clusters, when we start looking at this, we can see that we're currently on this thin support. There's nothing here. We do have a major support zone around this 42, 43k. We're hoping to even touch this. Maybe even this could be the one that bounces us back up, actually. You know, to be honest, if I see us touch here and then go, that's also doable. That's also a very good point compared to this area. This could easily be a lovely area for us to actually bounce back from. So 42, 43, definitely a lovely bounce zone. I would love to see that to be a reversal point if it doesn't go down. Of course, if it breaks this support zone, if it breaks anything below 41.3, then we're expecting to go down even further. So yeah, I haven't seen this, no joke. The last time I saw this, look, 22nd December 2021. I'm not joking when I tell you that I do not watch the charts every single day. I don't joke. When I tell you that I actually only look at the charts for you guys, I don't joke. Because the thing is when we're looking at markets, and I'm going to use the word which I don't want to use, predictive market. So when we're doing predictions or projections, we've already done it. And it gets a little bit boring to actually talk about the same thing over and over again when you've already done it months ago, you know? So in our case, for example, I was kind of like, you know, what's there to talk about? Because I've already warned you guys back in October. So if I've warned you in October, you know, and then warned you again in November, what is there for me to tell you? That's the dilemma I had. Do you know what I mean? So I thought I'd prioritize some real life stuff that I have to do and then move forward. So you can see 22nd December was the last time I even checked this. In fact, this laptop was not open since that last live stream. So this is the first time. Let's refresh and see what's going on. So today, 4th of January, you can see the fear is around 23. It's okay. I'm not complaining. Fear is good. Fear is when people, we know the market is getting ready for another run up. All right. We don't want greed. Fear is good. And we want this to be even more fearful. Even more fearful. We want to see it around the 15, 16 mark. And I'll show you a little bit more data for you to understand. Again, I haven't done chart analysis for almost a month. but I can still tell you whatever we did back in October, November is still valid. It's still valid, and I'll show you a lot more on this one. Let's look at this and see what's going on. BTT BitTorrent. Okay, I'm not going to say anything here. This is kind of silly. No point even looking at it. They just had a denomination. So what they did was they changed the number of coins. So the coins are now split into like 1,000 more or something. For whatever reason, it's showing a 6% pump. But as far as I'm seeing, it's like 1,000% down. So what's the point looking at this? It's just stupid. Sometimes this is what happens. People get confused. We try and keep our heads on our shoulders and not get confused. Let's refresh this as well. We can see 31,000 Bitcoin being bought on the exchanges. This proves exactly why we love the market to be extremely fearful. When we see fear in the market, we see the smart money buying up coins. 31,000 here, 170,000 here. These are discounts. Again, these guys know very well that the market may not go up, but it's a perfect opportunity to dollar cost average into your favorite coin. That's what they're doing here. Awesome. And you can see like USDT left, right? Again, what are they doing? They're probably taking it to buy something else, go to another exchange, do all sorts of other stuff, or probably it's just USDT being burnt. It could be just simple USDT being burnt off the exchanges because there's no use for it anymore. There's a surplus, so they need to destroy it. That's what's going on here, nothing more. So sometimes you got to look at stuff in a complete different way. So again, another one I haven't checked. So let me see how many we have now. Wow, 16,238. The last time I checked was 15,900 something. Brilliant. Crazy market. So we've got 16,200 coins and the market is still hovering around the $2.18 trillion. Is the market up? No. Because if you take this number and take away the new coins that we've had in the market, and what you'll realize is the market is not where it needs to be. In fact, you can see BTC is currently sitting at $875 billion, right? That is 125 away from its $1 trillion mark. And the volume is still pathetic, still not there. Same again with what do you call this? I mean, Ethereum technically suffered a lot more because it was a $500 billion market cap. It's sitting at 437. If you do the percentage, that's a lot more than BTC. Crazy numbers. But yeah, other than that, we can see some coins holding strong. Solana holding strong. Cardano, I don't know what the hell is going on. I haven't really checked any updates on it. Once I get back into the market, I will be checking out the updates. Terra Luna doing fantastic. No complaints there at all. Polkadot holding strong. I'm a big bull. I love Polkadot, Avalanche. Finally seeing Dogecoin coming down. Finally seeing Shiba going down. Because the thing is remember, these are altcoins. Yes, they will survive. No questions. They are going to survive. They've survived. They've proven they're going to survive. But until the tokenomics change a little bit, it doesn't change anything. So Shiba, yes, right now, great buying opportunity, buy and hold. Dogecoin, maybe in the future when the proposal goes through and they actually change the tokenomics, definitely be worth it. Polygon Matic, massive pump because Polygon Matic is now available on Uniswap. So you can actually launch projects through Uniswap to save your fees, which is Ethereum compatible on Uniswap now as well. So awesome stuff. Crypto.com, just about holding. But again, I love it how most of the best coins, the best ones, right, are actually like near Bitcoin Cash. I mean, not Bitcoin Cash, not the best, but the point is the top coins are holding the top 50 area, which is awesome to see. So Albin says, so you are just still waiting for the 40k and not buying. I'm buying in, bro. So what I am doing is I'm spending like 10%, 20% of my cash portfolio to buy into the market, into the opportunities. So I'm not going all in. All in will be if we do hit the bottom levels like these levels here, the 29, 30k, or even the 25k, I will go all in. But other than that, I'm not going all in, because the thing is if you've sold around here and you're buying here, you get double the quantity. So it's just a no-brainer. You know, it's not about the money, it's about how many more coins you can get, and that's basically the key for this. This is one of the reasons why. So yeah, I mean, looking at the market, top 100 doing okay. I wouldn't, you know, right now for me, the way I'll treat this is every day the market goes down would be a day for me to pick up the discount, because that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at these discounts. I mean, when I'm looking at this, for example, I'm looking at this 90-day. When I see a nice little 4% discount, it's not big enough. I think we could get a lot more, so I'm going to be observing that. You know, I mean, compared to BTC, Ethereum holding very strong technically, right? Very strong. So, you know, just looking at some of these coins, looking at the strength and weaknesses, right? We can see that these are a lot more weaker now, which means it's a great buying opportunity. 43% discount. I'll take that any day. You know, 25%, well, not entirely this one, but the point is, you know, there are coins out there which have given us really good discounts that we can actually pick up if we want to. And of course, I've noticed on Discord, a lot of you guys have been talking about some of these new coins and everything. I do observe Discord. I just didn't bother messaging anybody. Just wanted to see what's going on. You know, just be cautious. That's all I'm going to say. You know, don't fall for the hype. That's all I'm going to say, right? Looking at the leverage traders, 60,000 leverage traders got wiped out as usual. They never learn. So what's the point looking at it? I wouldn't even bother. Of course, they're causing more harm, right? So they're not, you know, all these bullish leverage traders are not giving us anything in return. They're just causing more harm to the market by creating liquidation events, which then trigger the price. That's what they're doing, because the exchanges have to sell, right, to pay off the debt or whatever. When you're looking at Grayscale, you can see 21.27 bearish, 100% bearish. You know, let me go into this chart here, right? So I'm going to go into this chart here. This is my the one I do for the YouTube, and I want to look at a few other stuff. Actually, no, let me do it here. Let me do it here. It should be fine to do it here. Yes, it should be fine to do it here. So I'm going to do it on this weekly. I'm going to do this on a weekly. Bring up some. Okay, let's bring up some RSI. Right. So on the weekly, I am seeing some bad news, right? So I know a lot of people may not notice this stuff, but I do see some bad news on the weekly, right? So weekly, 2 weekly, higher time frame. So on the daily, which you can see here is there's the indecisiveness that we've been talking about is definitely showing up here. We can't decide. Look, the retail investors are buying, or institutions and the smart money is buying. We do see this. We don't see spot buyers or spot traders, the stochastic RSI, signifying anything that we're bullish. So of course we can see a little bit of a bearish trend there. Now I want to change this and I want to put this on a weekly so you understand what's happening on a weekly. It looks bullish, but no, over the weekly we are still in this consolidation zone. You can see how we've been in this specific area. We're not moving anywhere. You know, here there's a lot of confusion. Do we go up or do we go down? What do we do? You know, I was looking at the 2 weekly as well. It's bearish. That is bearish. That is 2 weekly. It's telling us is how bearish it is. And then things change when we start going to the monthly. Look, very bearish. Now, I want to show you this on a monthly, on a candle as well. What you see is on a, if you start observing this, okay, that yes, on a monthly, things look okay. Like, you know, when we're starting to look at these heat maps, yes, we're still up. And that's, yes, we're still a higher low compared to this, you know. So this is okay. But no, look where we've come and we're testing right now. And that this is what I'm trying to say. We're not far from coming into this 43k. Just by looking at this, we can say that, okay, we could possibly test the 43k, and we have a confirmation that we will be testing that 43k. So that would be an opportunity to look out for. Obviously, what we want to see is a reversal, and then we move forward. Until we see a reversal, nothing makes any sense to us. So keep an eye on this, keep a close eye on this. You know, whether we look at the 2 weekly or weekly, you can see on the 2 weekly, yes, bulls were in control, but look at this candle here. I mean, just look at this wick. Look at this wick. It was pushed down, total bear control. Bulls have been trying to control it since the 45k that we recently had. I think we had it yesterday. It looks okay, but can they invalidate this area? Because for them to invalidate it, they have to get back to the 50k again inside the consolidation zone. I'm going to be observant, and as I said, it's a 2 weekly. Each candle represents 2 weeks. So it's not over. It's not over. You got to really, really understand the market for what it is. Now, one other thing I want to activate is the death cross we've been talking about. Is the death cross still intact? Yes. Is the death cross still coming? Yes. When is the death cross coming? Approximately the 17th of January is still on the charts. We are still 200, below the 200-day moving average. So our consolidation area is below the 200-day. Remember what I said to you guys when we were somewhere down here. That guys, by the time you find out we've had a death cross and the markets plummets down all the way down to like 20, 30k, it's already too late. So if you guys understood what I said, and if you guys followed the instructions, you would have been sitting in cash since around here and being calm about it. Even if the market pumps and dumps, even if we see these swings, you'd have been really, really calm about it and says, nope, market's coming down. We know we're having a death cross. That's fine. We know the market's going to come down to the lower price points. We are going to pick it up there. So you'd have been calm about it. Let me see what Albin says. Albin says, you see the coin custard mentioned in the server. Joe, what is your thoughts on that? I don't know, Albin. I haven't checked anything to do with Joe Trader. As far as I know, the last Joe Trader I saw was on Telegram, and he was a scammer. So if someone's launched their own coin, I have no idea. I see Bubble here. Awesome, my brother. Nice to see you. Enis here. Salam, Habibi. Salam, my brother. So I will check it out anyway. So as I said, some of these trader coins and this coins and that coins, I have no idea what's going on. I'm not in the market for this right now. Listen, I'm not going to mess with my head with any new coins or fresh coins. I want to see this market bleed. I want to see this market bleed and come down to the levels that we expect to, because the last death cross we had was here and the warning signs were here, and you can see the death cross takes us to a lower point. And I want to see this death cross take us to a lower point too. Probably even here if I can. Ooh, that would be beautiful. That would be the perfect entry. So that's what I'm looking for. And you think the market's going to be pumping and this and that? No. When this comes here, that's when we decide whether the market stays up or market goes down, whether we're in a bear market or not. And if we're going to go into a bear market, I can assure you, every single one of those new altcoins that you're seeing on the market is going to also plummet, because that's when the extreme fear comes in, right? So yes, don't confuse yourself, guys. Always remember, yes, you want to play the pump and dump. It's all good, no problem. But if you're going to ask me for my thoughts on 1,000 shitcoins, then the only thought I can give you is they are 1,000 shitcoins. All right, stick to the best ones. That's where you're going to make the most amount of money. That's where the market is being moved, not the shitcoins. Of course, talking about shitcoins, there's another shitcoin, blatant scam coin, launching, I believe, tomorrow on Bybit, Castor. But I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. It might just pull it off. It might just pull it off. Of course, the way they've promoted it, very scammy, very scammy. I mean, one of the founders claimed he has 15 years experience in crypto, and I'm thinking, well, Bitcoin didn't come out until 2008, so how do you have 15 years experience in crypto? The math just doesn't work out. But anyway, so there's a lot, as I said, but we can't say anything there. But we're just going to focus on the death cross right now. And you guys know this as well. We've mentioned the death cross a long time ago. So the death cross is something that we are observing. We want to see this death cross come to fruition and hopefully give us the biggest discount. So I'm not doing anything until the 17th, but the 17th isn't the day. I want to see the crash. I want to see. So if we have it in the 17th, let me just look at my calendar, because there's an important day after the 17th, which we have to observe, which is a Friday. It's the 28th. Okay, so the 17th isn't actually the date I want to be observing. I want to be observing this 28th, this date here. This is the day that I want. because this date is our, what do you call this? This date is our options expiry date. So if we're so close to the 17th, then I think this would be the day we need to observe, because that's when the big crash will happen, you know. And trust me, I'm really hoping for this to come down and test these levels, at least test this area. So the two patterns I'm looking at is we come down from here and test this and then bounce up, or we come all the way down here, test this and then bounce up. Either one, that's where my buy points are going to be. Those are going to be my buy areas. So let's see how the market reacts to this, what the market wants to do, and we move forward from there. But other than that, guys, thank you very much for coming to the stream. I'm not going to make these streams too long. Nowadays, I'm going to try and limit the streams as low as possible and try and stick to the point. Of course, next time I do a nice live stream where I want to have a nice little conversation, we'll call it the crypto chat or crypto talk. And we're going to basically move out from there. So Ennis says, I hope you are doing fine, and everyone else. Of course, my brother. Yes. Listen, I had some situations that I had to take care of, emergency situations. This is why I kind of abruptly just vanished for a little bit. I tried to keep everybody updated, but I realized that I can't do two things at the same time, right? Obviously, you know, it's quite hard. Most people can't do that. So for me, I had to focus on what's important there and then, rather than worrying about crypto, because we already know what crypto is going to do. So sometimes this is one of the way it works. Like I see Custard here. Yo, my brother, nice to see you as well. So the way it works is, if we do a forecast and we're able to understand what the market's going to do months in advance, sometimes weeks in advance, days in advance. And this is why I always say to you guys, I try to keep you guys 2 steps ahead. And I hope you guys understood this right now, because you guys were 2 steps ahead at least. Hey, my bro. Awesome. Nice. I see Gomez here. Awesome. So that's what I'm trying to do. I try to keep you guys 2, 3 steps, sometimes even 10 steps ahead, months ahead, right? So by doing this, you know, this channel provides value that you already know what's about to happen. We don't panic. You don't worry about what the market's going to do. You don't, you know, it doesn't make any difference to you. Do you know what I mean? I needed a coffee. So what the market does, it doesn't bother you. Gomez says, what's coming for BTC? I'm hoping, bro, BTC to either test the 43K because of the death cross, test the 43 and then do a bounce towards the upside, or test the 30K mark, or approximately 30K mark, and then start moving forward. We did talk about it. Have a look at the video. Just rewind back. You'll actually see it. So that the idea is we know there's a death cross coming. We've talked about this death cross, which we've had before. You can see this on this as well, like where we had a death cross previously, right? So the death cross comes in. When it does take the market down severely. And that's what we want to see. We want to see this death cross also happening and then moving forward. I see Mustafa here. Salam, my brother. Awesome. Nice to see you here. So that's what we're looking at. Remember, since the 67K, since the 69K BTC, I've been mentioning that this doesn't look right. Market isn't going to go up. It's going to look like it's going to go down. And we did have that. Of course, many people are giving many analysis. That's fine. But what we need to look at is the major data. And also, we talked about a lengthening cycle. This pretty much shows us that this cycle is definitely being lengthened. Question is the bull market over? No, right? I can tell you this much. The bull market is not over, provided we do not go below the 30K. So this is all I can say. If we go below the 30K, then yes, this bull market is over. And then we can expect to officially call it a bear market. But if we stick around the 28 and a half above, we're still in the game. This is just a correction, just a major correction. We just move forward. Also, I just remembered something, so I'll just drop this in there for now. Paradexes. I know I haven't updated you guys for a long time for Paradexes. Paradexes, there was some slight bugs and glitches that had to be taken care of. Those have been sorted out now. And hopefully by next week, we should have a working product. So even then, I'm not going to mention anything until all the tests and everything is done. Because listen, guys, this is my reputation on the line. I'm not going to just launch something just for the sake of it. It's easy for me to launch a coin. It takes a few seconds, but the point is launching a whole product. It's not simple, you know. So for me, I want to make sure that we do something properly and it doesn't hurt anybody. I see Belgian here. Yo, what's up, my brother? Head and shoulder pattern still possible? Yes, it's, if you look at the pattern right now as it is, we have the left shoulder confirmed. We have the head obviously confirmed. And currently you can see the right shoulder is technically forming as well. If this collapses, then it's a confirmed shoulder. And if it collapses to the 43, then it's a confirmed shoulder. You know, however, we can invalidate the head and shoulder if we bounce off the 43K, then we're fine. If we don't bounce, then we have a problem. Gomez says, isn't that the reversal top? I'm hoping so. I'm hoping so. 4-hour charts are not worth it. Gomez, 4-hour charts are confusing. Don't look at 4-hour charts. 4-hour charts are for your, what do you call this, bro? They're for your daily, your intraday trading trends. So let me switch off some of this, because this is, you can't use 4-hour charts to tell you what the market's going to do. Okay, when you're looking at 4-hour charts, you can see there's a whole different pattern. Now, these patterns are only valid for your day trading sessions. All right, let me delete this 1 second. So yeah, remember the 4-hour charts are for your trading sessions, basically. So if you're trading within a time frame, that's what your 4-hour charts will be worth. All right, nothing more. Because I know a lot of people get confused with this stuff. They look at it and they're like, oh, look, the 4-hour chart says this. Yeah, but this is every 4-hour. So, you know, yes, unless you're buying and selling on the stochastic RSIs, your 4-hourly charts are worthless. You know, they should be inside a trading session, nothing more. Okay? Remember, they're just trading sessions, nothing more. Your daily, your weekly, your 2-weekly, your monthly, those are the bigger data you need to be looking at. Those are the data that tell you what direction the market's going. You know, we're not in it for a day trade, like 24 hours trying to make some money, or say we're not in it for the next 2-3 days. Yes, those are intraday traders. If you want to sit down and do this on the computer, you can do it. But the game I play is long haul, and it's always been more, how would I say, more rewarding. So you probably heard this, that the hodlers have never lost. That's because the hodlers are the ones who are playing the long haul and are earning a lot more, taking less risk. So say, for example, today on a 4-hour trend, you decide to buy on a stochastic RSI on a peak, like, you know, when it comes down, you say, okay, I'm going to buy here, I'm going to sell there. You know, you play with a few $1,000s. Yeah, fine, you make a few $100s, happy days, and you can earn a good living from this. Absolutely fine. People actually do this as a living. Or what you can do is buy cheap, sit on it, and double your money. Whatever money you spent, make double that. So if you put a few $1,000s, you can make a few $1,000s. That's the game that we play, and it pays off. It pays off. It's a calmer game. It doesn't stress you out, chilled out. I mean, like now, right now, whatever the market's doing, it doesn't bother me. You know, some of the guys that I actually trade with, and some of the guys that you know, I trade for, not bothered. We're chilled out, relax. We're relaxed. Everyone's like, yep, that's fine. Doing other stuff, right? So now the market is messing around. We're doing other stuff. We're looking at other opportunities in the market, expanding other opportunities, you know, many other stuff. This is one of the reasons why I'm busy as well, because I'm actually busy working and doing something else. Do you know what I mean? So I don't have the time, physical time in the day or free time for me to sit down and make a video. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm running around, I'm doing like kind of doing my own thing, obviously, you know, managing clients and this and that, and then I'm having to run over somewhere else, and I'm actually working for somebody else. So when the market is down, I'm out doing something else. I don't need to confuse myself. I don't need to worry myself. Chill out, go and do whatever needs to be done. Once the market is trending back up again, then I can put all my energy here and then start moving forward, right? So you play with the trend, not against the trend. You know, it's a very common mistake a lot of people make, where they trade against the market. If the market's trending down, let it. you know, and then as soon as you see a reversal, that's when you want it. So I hope this kind of explains some of the stuff, and I know I missed you guys too. All right, it's been a long one, I know, you know. So, but I do appreciate you guys coming over to the show. You guys are awesome, awesome. Gonzalo says, Gomez says, so if we go bearish, it's the confirmation of a head and shoulders pattern bearish. Yes. So to see a head and shoulders, look, if we, let me do this again for you. So if we go to the daily, so you see there's multiple, like for example, on the 4 hourly, you can almost call this a pattern, but this is not a head and shoulders at all, right? You know, different time zones, but on a daily, I mean, if you just look at this on a daily, this is our head and shoulders that we've had. So this is our, 1 second here. Let me also do this. Yeah, so let's show you this, right? This head and shoulders. So this is a larger head and shoulders, means a power head and shoulders. So this was the first shoulder, this was the head, and this is the second shoulder. All right, technically I can even change it and I can do it from here. So we can say the second shoulder was here, right, which is pretty much in line with this area here. Yeah, we can say this was the shoulder, and then you can see here we formed another corner of a shoulder, and now we're trending here. Of course, if we bounce here, then we invalidate the head and shoulders. Okay, however, and this is where things change, right? Let me do this again. Give me a second. I want to show you this on a nicer way, right? So we got head, shoulder, head up to here, and then shoulder here, right? Now let's do this again. So if we bounce here, we invalidate this head and shoulders. So big X, we invalidate this, right? But if we go beyond this point, so what we're doing is we're going beyond this area here. If we go beyond this point, and then we are going to come down here. And if we do come down here, and this is a head and shoulders, then guess what? It actually takes us all the way down even further. All right. So this is what you have to understand. Head and shoulders is a very, very powerful pattern. All right. If it confirms, it will do this. It doesn't have to be exact to the point, but this is good enough where we've got the shoulder point here, we've got the neckline here. So you're looking at this area here. Do you know what I mean? So the pattern's played out perfectly. You know, question is now, is it going to form? Is it going to be a valid pattern or an invalid pattern? All right. So remember to invalidate this pattern. 1 second. Let me get rid of this. Yeah. So to invalidate this pattern, we would have to bounce here and then move forward, right? That would invalidate this whole pattern, you know. Let's see where it goes. Yeah. Head exactly. Yeah, in daily. Yes. So in daily, as I said, for us to invalidate this 43, bro, this area here is very important. We can reverse here, invalidate the head and shoulders, and start moving forward, and you know, never imagine, you know, tell ourselves that nothing happened, right? It's all fine. But remember, there's more data here. We do have a death cross looming on us on the 27th. If the death cross is definitely going to happen, and if we don't invalidate within the next few days, then we are expecting this to calm down. And I think the probability, as I said right in the beginning of this video, I actually did mention the probability for us to calm down is a lot higher than to go up. So, got you. I'm scared. My money is gone if it confirms. No, your money's not gone, bro. You see, that's the problem. A lot of people who enter crypto with the intention to make money. And that's the bad intention. You have to enter crypto to buy the crypto. So if you bought the crypto, it's your asset. It's your physical asset. This is why we always say invest money that you can afford to lose. Of course, you're never going to lose it because it's crypto unless you put it into a shit coin or a scam coin. That's a different story. Bitcoin, Ethereum, or most of the top 20 coins, right? Apart from like Doge and this and that, where you can enter, market goes down, it doesn't bother you. That's the attitude you should have, because you're in it for 5 years. If you're in it for 5 years, well, guess what? We always rebound and we do a 5x, 10x that later on. So there is, you know, when people sometimes ask me, when's a good time to buy? Or any time's a good time to buy. You can buy at any price, provided you're in it for 5 years, because then you'll never lose. But if you're going to buy and you're going to watch your phone every day or watch your charts every day, you're doing the wrong thing. You know, there are multiple types of traders. If you're a day trader, then your session must be open and closed within the day. Nothing bothers you. If you're, say, you trade weekly, like, you know, you like to do a bit of a long-term thing, then do that, but close your trade, you know. How would I say? If you're a leverage trader and you have your trading zones, then you should exit at that zone. Full stop. You know, there's no love, no emotion. However, if you're a long-term trader and you're an investor, then your investment should be for 5 years, and you should never look at your devices. You should never look at your charts, okay? Because whatever price you bought it for, the only thing you look at is how many more Satoshi you got. Just for the sake of it, we're just going to say BTC. How many more Satoshi you got, right? Or in the case of Ethereum, how many more Gwei you got. So once you know you got the XYZ amount, that's all you're counting. You never lose that money. It's always there. It's your digital asset. Okay, I see KR here. Also, my brother, nice to see you. So that's what it is, right? So remember, money in crypto is never lost. In stocks, yeah. You know, in Forex, yeah. In other markets, absolutely. In crypto, no. Your asset belongs to you. Yes, the valuation may be low, but it's your digital asset. Okay. All right. So, but remember, stick to the big ones. You know, what we mean by you're never going to lose your money is the point that after so and so many years, they will come back, but don't sell for a loss. That's the worst thing you could do. Okay. The only way you lose money is if you sell for a loss. Okay, but never invest more than you can afford to lose in the first place. And always remember, crypto is a high risk, high volatile, or at the moment at least, you know, asset on the planet. So try and understand that it's your digital asset. I'm not going to make this any longer, guys. I've got a few bits and bobs I need to go and do. Thank you very much for all of you guys for coming to the show. You guys are awesome. I will try and see if I can do another live stream tomorrow. But as I said, I'm going to be probably doing some shorter streams to the point, and focus more on the main market instead of the shitcoin market. Because the thing is with the shitcoin market, yeah, we can talk about it. And I've noticed some of you guys are talking on Discord and whatnot. Great, keep it up, right? Keep up the communication. While I've been away, you guys have been taking care. Absolutely fine. I've even noticed our resident bear's back as well. Collective World, he's back. So awesome. I didn't say nothing. Yes, definitely, Albin. Hope to see you again soon as well. Hope to see you, you know, very soon. F show. What the hell? I have no idea who just popped into the thing. I don't know why they do that. Yeah, what does any of that mean? Anyway, let's not get thrown off. But as I said, thank you very much, guys, for coming to the show. It's been absolutely awesome. Smash those like button if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe. Leave a comment below if you're watching this video later, and let me know what you think about it, or you know how you feel about it. Libertalia, BitConnect. No, you mean BitConnect. BitConnect is gone. It was a scam coin. It's just one of those other big ones. It was like a $400 million project, which went down. So again, guys, you know, shit coins are always going to be shit coins until they're not. All right. So let's see. Gomez says, I have Cardano, VeChain, TRX, some of Shiba. Okay, TRX, not so sure. Cardano, I'll be thinking of picking some more. VeChain, definitely been thinking about some more. Even SHIB, I'm thinking about picking some more. But when it comes to TRX, I've never been a fan, never will be. I just don't like the founder. So that's that. But listen, we're not going to make this longer. We're going to talk about this again another time. So I hope to see you then. And also, guys, if you haven't joined Discord, join Discord. And what the hell is going on here? Stream Elements, the new merchandise. Okay, so somehow I have a merchandise section. Okay, I didn't realize that. Okay, I wonder what I'm selling. But yeah, I know I did fiddle about with something, but I think I did may have pressed something. So now Stream Elements is pumping out merchandise. So let's see what happens. But other than that, guys, like, share, subscribe. I'll catch you on another one very soon. Adios, my amigos, and thank you very much for everybody for being patient with me and for everyone sticking around. You know, and one thing I've noticed, guys, also subscribers didn't jump off. In fact, we've increased subscribers. So the subscribers on the channel has been increasing even though I have been offline. Wow. That's amazing. That just says that you guys are just so awesome. Thank you very much. I'll catch you on another